You know what? It's been a really busy day, and I'm near enough recording this about 3 hours before it's going to be released on YouTube at 6:45 on Wednesday, the 17th of November, Thai time PM, which is like 8, no, 7:45 if Hong Kong time. A warm welcome to the show. I do have my coffee. I'm on an energy run today. I also have a little bit of soda. Sorry, I just sniffed there. But let's hop into what we got to talk about today. Three Gorges, not much to be honest with you, but we do have some serious weather in Beijing. So let's wrap up warm and get into it. Right, the weather looks like this for today, and it's still pretty dry for this time of the year at the Three Gorges Dam, just that weather that we talked about for the last couple of days, just going into the South China Sea or into the Pacific Ocean. And then that's really about it until I do believe there is some more weather coming, but nothing, can I say, exciting in that way. So that's the weather at the Three Gorges and around central China. But let's go into the levels. Now, this is quite interesting in a way that the Ministry of Water Resources website is not working today, and I had to wait maybe 5 minutes for it to download to nothing. Mind you, it is a non-secure government website, which is very strange indeed. The levels are like this over a 24-hour period: 173.85 and near enough the same. It did shoot up to 174 at the Three Gorges, and at Kutan, the beginning of the Three Gorges Reservoir, it was at 174. It did go up to 174.5, and then it shot down to 174.2. So there's just a 3 centimeter difference in that. Oh, I definitely have these sniffles today. It's only like 31 degrees outside. Now, that's all I have about the Three Gorges Dam. So anything else, if you're not interested, then I will say bye-bye for now, and don't forget to buy a mug. But let's go into some of the headlines which has been hitting China, especially northern China, over the last couple of days. Early season snow blankets Beijing, northern China. Beijing, an early season snowstorm blanketed much of northern China, including the capital Beijing, prompting highway closures and flight and traffic cancellations and delays. Temperatures plunged to freezing and below as the cold front moved from west to east. A steady blowing snow fell on Sunday in Beijing and the nearby city, the port of Beijing, and northwestern China after hitting parts of Inner Mongolia or southern Mongolia and other western regions the previous day. The Weather Center issued orange alerts for snowstorms, the second highest level in China in the 4-tier warning system, and more than 30 centimeters, 11 inches, were forecast in some areas. Beijing was hit hardest Sunday morning. Several highways were closed and bus services were suspended on more than 160 routes, and flights were reduced at the city's 2 major airports. State media said high-speed trains to Shanghai and the port of Beijing were cancelled or delayed. The skies cleared in the Chinese capital in the afternoon as the storm moved further east. Now, on the other hand, the snow was a welcome sight at the skiing venues for Beijing Winter Olympics, which will be held in February next year. Beijing typically has a dry climate, and most of the snow for competitions were expected to be artificial. 100% green? Artificial? Interesting, your Green Olympics. The city also said that snow from neighboring neighborhoods with COVID cases would not be removed, state media reported. They did not say why, but China has adopted unusually strict measures under zero tolerance approach, which we covered earlier to curb the spread of the virus. Inner Mongolia, flights were cancelled on Saturday in the airport of Hohhot, I think you pronounce that, the capital of the Chinese region of southern Mongolia. The official Xinhua news agency reported also some expressways were temporarily shut in Hubei province, which surrounds Beijing, and farther west to Shanxi province, the newspaper reported. I always find it interesting when you seem to pick up the lies. So a couple of days ago, we had the Beijing Olympics 100% green, but we discovered that the hydrogen that they're going to use has to be mined, and that mine is going to be mined by electricity powered by coal. There we go. Not 100% green. And just that report there, artificial snow. Yeah, how is that going to be made? I know it's a big machine, but it's going to produce a lot of electricity. So is this going to be done by green energy, or is it going to be done with coal before the Olympic Games? Don't know, but we sort of catch the CCP with their porcupine little lies. We caught you. What else is happening in the news? China faces bigger Delta outbreak ever. Cases keep growing. COVID in China, a total of 1,308 domestically transmitted infections were confirmed symptoms reported in mainland between October 17 and 14. However, the northeastern city of Dalian is locked in a struggle with the virus. An official of the National Health Commission told the news on Saturday. I'm going to keep reading this, and this is quite long. Beijing is battling the biggest COVID-19 outbreak caused by the highly transmissible Delta variant, with some areas restricting entry by people from northwest or northeastern city, where infections have grown faster than elsewhere in the country in the past week. The marks of Chinese widespread Delta variant, which has also affected 21 provinces out of the 36 or 37 regions and areas. It is small compared to many other outbreaks in other countries, but authorities in China are anxious to block, well, of course, because they got the Olympics around the corner, and the zero tolerance guidance, which means, as we covered on that video, zero tolerance is incredibly strict and being locked up and paying for it. And if you break the rules, locked up in your own house, not allowed out. I got a message on Instagram. And even if you do break these rules, you go to a black ops site. I'm going to leave you the second article where you can have a more of a read of that. Okay, one comment for today from Ronald. Hi, Ron. Hope you are well, or Ronald. Are there places in Cambodia that are off limits due to minefields? Yes, there are. How do I know this? Quite simply, that if you go to the airport in this city, on the right-hand side, on the way to the airport, there is a training center for dogs, animals, to sniff out the mines. And that is still active. And sometimes when I used to go to the airport before COVID-19, etc., you could hear the dogs barking there. So it is still active. It's, in general, if you're in the countryside, you follow the path. You don't go off the path. And in the cities, everything is fine. You're not going to find these have all been completely, well, hopefully demined. And occasionally in the news, you do find an article about a mine being found, etc. There are experts from this country and also some other companies or countries do help with the demining of the country, but like in Vietnam and Laos, etc., and other countries around the world, it's a long process. So it does still happen, but step by step, day by day, it's getting better. That is really it for me for today. As always, thank you for your time. Be back tomorrow, hopefully. Got another busy day tomorrow. Going to go shopping tomorrow. Very exciting indeed, my life here. And in this country, it's the water festival. So you got this country has a 3-day holiday. Be good, be well wherever you are. God bless, and I will see you